All right. Joining the program live from Milan is a football intermediary, Ben Itoro. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today. David Okereke is another Nigerian player who has been really doing so well with his club Gaziantep in the elite division in Turkey. The likes of Victor Olatunji for Slavia Prague in the Czech Republic. He's been scoring a plenty. Victor Osimhen, Victor Boniface, all the Nigerian victors in Europe have been victorious in terms of their performances for their club. But one man who is catching the attention right now again is Sadiq Umaru, who joined Valencia a few weeks ago, in January to be precise, and he's been one of the most important players for the club. Ben.
Thank you very much, Promise. You've been on point, and you stated clearly the facts. And I hope you don't forget the golden boy, David Okereke, who has put on the fireworks in the Turkish Super League, because at this point he's almost on double figures already this season with 7 goals and 2 assists. He's blazing all trails with his countryman Victor Osimhen in Gala. And I can see that Nigerian players have been fantastic this season, especially the forward ones. Look at Lookman, for example, for Atlanta. Against all the odds, with all the bickering, with the disagreement with the coach, the old force Gasparini, the boy is doing the job, and he slaughtered Juve, helped to slaughter Juve yesterday 4-0. So I see that what is happening is that Nigeria is spoiled for choice in front of the goal.
In terms of performances, I don't envy Super Eagles coach Eric Scheller at the moment, because he'll be having some headaches. Remember, just last week, he released a 39-man provisional squad for the forthcoming international engagements against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. And I'm sure he'll be having a lot of headaches right now on which players to select for the final 23-man squad for those games, because every Nigerian player in diaspora seem to be in fantastic form at the moment, Ben.
Yeah, I must agree with you that Eric Scheller, the new man at the helm of the Super Eagles, is spoiled for choice. I don't think any coach will now want to have this kind of problem, so to speak, to be spoiled for choice, because the team is firing on all cylinders. The Super Eagles is doing very well at the moment. Most of the players, they are doing very well at the moment. And now you can see that the new list includes some players that we are not even used to, meaning that we have an abundance of talent. But the only thing that is remaining is for how we can harness, do the mix, put it together, and produce fantastic results. Now, I don't envy him, so to speak, because you can see the list, it looks a bit blotted. I don't know if you took a look at the forward line and in the midfield, you have like almost 12 players, even though it's a provisional list. So at the end of the day, I think the best informed should play. That's one of the reasons people were saying it was good they brought Eric Scheller, because he's going to pick based on form, on merit. And most of the Nigerian players are firing. Look at Victor Osimhen. He has proved himself to be a king in Turkey after the debacle at Napoli. And now 2 English teams are fighting. The news there now is that Arsenal is trying to sneak in and close the deal to take him on a permanent basis, So it's all over. And look at the young man, David Okereke, I mentioned before. He was here in Cremonese. He was here in Italy. But not much value. But when he went to Turkey, it's like the peninsula is doing well, Nigerian players.
Absolutely.
He went to Turkey and he's done the magic. He's almost on double figures already. And we are not at the end of the season. You can imagine the complement of goals the young man is bringing in.
Okay. Ben Itoro, football intermediary, live on the show from Milan. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's talk more football on the show. Let's come back home and talk about the NPFL. Eyimba recorded a 1-0 victory over El Kanemi Warriors in match day 28 in Aba. Eyimba are now unbeaten in their last 3 league matches. Congratulations to the People's Elephants, who have been struggling this season, even under the new manager, Stanley Eguma. Former champions Aqua United East, their relegation worries after they were held to a 1-0 draw draw by holders Amakwa United in Ilorin. Kwara United defeated Kano Pillars 2-0. Nasarawa United and Sunshine Stars played out a 1-1 draw at the Lafia City Stadium. Olayemi scored the decisive goal from the penalty spot as Plateau United claimed a 1-0 victory over Abia Warriors. And that's what the fixtures, the results were like at the weekend in the MPFL. We can possibly have the table and see what it looks like as far as the table is concerned, where Remo Stars are still very much on top. And they, like Liverpool, like Remo Stars in the MPFL, Remo Stars are runaway leaders. And it's very, very, clear that Remo Stars would likely emerge champions at the end of the season, because they've got 10 points cushion despite a number of losses on the road in the MPFL this season. All right, away from the MPFL, let's talk grassroots football at the moment and talk about what I